Hello, Briskin here, and this time we got the earphones on. Got a replacement phone because my last phone just was not doing so well, so I called my phone insurance and have them place me a new phone. And right now I'm gonna talk about some of these albums. I've really stopped buying albums for a little while because personal issues with my car. I had to stop and save up money to afford to fix up my car. But for ado, we still got some albums to talk about. Quite a few. Some of these are already bought before my car problem. So you started. So we got Led Zeppelin 2. This is probably a great album. Not my favorite album by all means. Um, this album's, probably have their hits, Hold Our Love, Heartbreaker, Made, what is that one song called? Living Loving Maid, She's Just a Woman. But there's also great songs in this album too. Uh, not my favorite Led Zeppelin album, but I'm happy that I grabbed this album. It's probably the first Led Zeppelin album that I owned. The next one is Megadeth. I went out and bought some of the big four. Let me try to find. Okay, yeah. Let me order this because I want to get all of them. So we got Negative. Peace Sells, but Who's Buying? A great album. I try to stick with their Anthrax, Slayer, Metallica. This time around, I want to stick with their '80s release. My favorite '80s release. What's up for Slayer? But I'll get to that. Um, Megadeth was Peace of Sun. Great songs in here. Um, the title track. Um, the con. God, I don't remember the songs in here. Wake Up Dead was a good song. Conjuring, Devil's Island, Bad Omen, My Last Words, I Ain't Suspicious. It's just great songs. Black Friday. Great songs after great songs in this album. I'm not too familiar with this lineup since this lineup didn't really last too long. Obviously, we have Billy Mustang and David Elson, but the other people, I believe, I don't even remember their names, but see, let me look at the credits real quick. If I find them in time, I see the last name Poland. That's the guitar player. But yeah, this is the remaster that came with extra songs. And not really too crazy about the extra songs. I really care about the standard songs. I can't really find their names, I'm sorry. From the drummer, and the second guitars for this era. It's not my favorite lineup, so that's why I don't really pay too much attention about them. Next one is Anthrax. This one, City Showcase break as they do, along the living cut and homage Indians. Although, kind of hindsight, Indians probably a cringe name to call it. It's not called, it's just, you can't really blame them because back in the '80s, Native Americans were referred as Indians, even though that's not culturally correct, but whatever. Skeleton in a closet. I am the law. Amongst the living. I believe Among the Living is a tribute to Cliff from the Cliff Bottom. But yeah, obviously, Shoecase broke. Probably my favorite Anthrax album. Yes, my favorite, my number one favorite. Standard just white page. See, the band at the time was Scott Ian, Scott Ian, what was his name? Yeah, Scott Ian when he actually had hair before he went bald. Well, he's kind of balding here, but you know, great Anthrax album, their best. Um, and then funny thing about this album, Slayer Show No Mercy, I wanted to get Red in Blood, but for whatever reason, I mistakenly bought Show No Mercy by accident. I swear I went out and tried and I look at the page, but I guess I just went dropped the gun and just bought a random album. But Show Mercy is still not it's still a great album. It's probably it's Slayer's first album. It's probably they're trying to figure out their sound. They haven't really reached it. I believe they didn't reach their sound until Haunted in Chapel, which is the EP that got released after Show No Mercy. Obviously, this album has some great songs. Death by the Sword, Show No Mercy. What else is in here? Evil has no boundaries. The Antichrist. Probably my favorite other good songs like Black Magic, Battle Storm, Fight Till Death. Just name a few from this album, but still a solid album. Back when Kerry King had hair too. All right, and then just finish off the big four with Metallica, Ride the Lightning. I want to get Ride the Lightning first and not Master of the Puppets because Ride the Lightning is a lot more important album to me. Without Ride the Lightning, I'll probably not be interested of heavy music or extreme music. This album really does help me a lot. Help me find my own musical taste. I have an iPod with my mom. I have an iPod, but my mom just added songs from my uncle's iPod playlist. For some reason, she felt that Ride the Lightning, Justice for All, and Load was the most important Metallica albums. Because my uncle does have more albums, she just decided those three albums to be in the iPod. But yes, Ride the Lightning, just a legendary album, just behind Master of the Puppets. Ride the Lightning, Fight Fire with Fire, For Whom the Bell Tolls, Fade to Black, Trap Under Ice. I mean, every single song here is. I mean, the whole entire thing with Escape. I still enjoy that song, even though that song is infamous for being kind of not as good. Another one. So we finished the big four. Just go out and just finish through these rest of these albums. Now this is a EP, Nine Inch Nails, Add Violence. I love this EP. Let's get that. I love this EP. This is actually I actually only listened to Nine Inch Nails, The Downward Spiral, and With Teeth right before I listened to the rest of the Nine Inch Nails album. And then I remember I was watching Anthony Fantano's Zero Drop review of this EP. I was like, yeah, I would check it out, and man, I was hooked. There's some amazing songs in this EP, and some people may say this is this. They probably not know. Oh, my hand's blocking it. They probably not. I was watching some videos from people talking about this album, and they think that Bad Witch is the better out of the trilogy. I would disagree. I think this one's the best. This one has Less Than, Not Anymore, Background World, This Isn't a Place, and The Lovers. Oh, it's amazing. I love this. I love it so much. Next one is Slipknot's debut album. Not my favorite Slipknot. That has to go to Iowa. But yeah, still a classic new metal. Actually, I will say this is probably a precursor to new metalcore. Because a lot of people keep saying that something was kind of more harder, and different from the other new metal temporaries. Uh, that's a wrong word, but I'm trying to get this book out. There we go. You got the album there. We got now. Is now my biggest question is this guy Jim, or is that the guy before him? What was his name? Josh? Was it Josh? Yeah, the booklet. If I could get it. Okay, there we go. And here's the band. Probably the most ageist lyric they could choose to be in. It's the lyric from surfacing. Fuck this world. Fuck it all. Fuck this world. Fuck everything you stand for. Don't belong. Don't exist. Don't give a fuck. Don't ever judge me. That's part of kind of cringe, but it's. But I guess it's part of the time. It's kind of like Slipknot. Kind of like they were kind of a young band, so I guess you cannot to blame them. And I guess if you don't know, like, if you don't really care about Slipknot's history, this you might look at this as very too edgy and stuff like that. But there's some great, amazing songs here. Sick, Eyeless, with Imply Surfacing, Spit It Out. I mean, those songs alone probably like most of my friends be like, yeah. But then the reason why it's not my favorite Slipknot record, because then you get songs like Tattered and Torn and what is it? No Life and Only One. Those songs I do not care about. I know Tattered and Torn. It's too arty for me. Clown said, if you don't understand this song, then you don't understand the clown. But not to skip, Scissors, really good song. Lit is actually my one favorite. I know a lot of people do not care about that song, but I do. And this prosthetics and Liberate probably um Liberate, which is probably an underrated song. This one is actually a re-release, so it doesn't have no limb nursery. Sorry, and what's that song called? Parody. Yeah, it doesn't have parody, so this is the one that has me inside instead of parody because of the legal trouble they're going with the usage of that sound clip. But yeah, I'll probably want to get the one that with parody with it, but in the meantime, I'm sticking with this because it's necessary for my connection, and I have to have it. Because if I don't have it, then I'm doing wrong with my life. Next one is at the drive-in. The relationship of command. I show a couple videos ago that I had their debut album. Um, so here in me, I have Relationship Command, probably the biggest album in at the drive-in's career. Great, amazing songs. One Eye Scissored probably alone probably shows you in this album, but there's also really great songs. This one is actually has where's the track listing here? This one actually has the two extra songs, Non-Zero Possibilities and Catacombs, which is Catacombs is a really good song. If you have not heard it yet, you need to listen to it. Coroutine, I'm gonna butcher some of these. Ours are such the first track's really good. um, what is it? What is it? Invalid lit literal deep deputy Rolodex propaganda. No, I'm gonna stop pronouncing because I'm probably losing some people. But here, basic command drive-in, 10 out of 10, really good. Next one, boiled oysters coat. Origin or Fire of Unknown Origin. The main reason why I got this album is John Crawford. John Crawford is an amazing song. It's really underrated, and I think everyone should check out that song. But Burning for You is in this album. Um, let's see, I'm not too familiar. Heavy Metal, Fire of Unknown Origin, the title track. Heavy Metal. Don't turn, don't turn your back. The After Dark. I mean, yeah, this is not my favorite blues artist code, but like I said, um, that's Burning for You. Let's get this in. There we go. Burning for You. Joan Crawford, probably my biggest favorite songs. I actually do care about this album. But yeah, still a great album. I still love Blue Oyster's Cult. I still need to listen to two more albums, which is the album's not in Spotify. Which is come on, get those songs in there. Next one, Mushroom Head 13. Not my favorite Mushroom Head album, but this one has Kill Tomorrow, Sun Doesn't Rise, Mother Machine Gun, Nowhere to Go, Eternal, the title track. Also, there's a bonus track in this CD which is called Crazy, which is a good song. Almost Gone, War Inside. Oh, The Dream is Almost Over. The Dream Almost Over. Destroy Your World's probably too long. If that song was shorter, then maybe I would enjoy listening to that song. But yeah, still a great Mushroom Head album. Probably their biggest album. Before Wretches and the Butterfly, but this one has J Man. I think that's what his name. That Jeffrey Nothing, Skinny. I think that's what the new guy is called. I think he's in this album. I don't think there's credits in here. I think I'll try to look for it, but yeah. Yeah, and then the drummer's brother, I think it was, is in this album. He's the guitar player. Is Big Penis in here? I don't think so. Huh. Alright. But yeah, so good. So good album. It's probably one of kind of new metal, alternative metal, kind of. I say new metal, alternative metal, maybe even industrial. So good album. Make sure none of my CDs fall off. The next one is Orgy. Candy Ass. I bought this because I was listening to this album one time and I was like, yeah, sure, I'll buy it. It's not my favorite album, but there's some great tracks. Their new older cover, Blue Monday is in here. There's the songs I like, Stitches, All the Same, Gender. What's that one song? Revival, I think. Yeah, Revival. Probably the songs I listen to regularly. There's the band Soul 90s. This album came out in 1998. Yeah, good album. Probably I don't. If you're not interested, I'm probably not listening because you might not be interested. But if you're interested, go ahead, check it out. Make some good stuff. Other one, Der and Grade. I'm gonna butcher this. I keep hearing this word. I could never get it right. Ouroboros, I think. This is a great album. It's a shame that I don't really listen to it a lot. Unlike I listen to a lot of Darren Gray. it's according to Spotify. Volker is probably one of my most songs during a great album I listened to. But this album, I say, oh my god, this is very dark. It's gonna be hard. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna show up really well. And yeah, it's not. I don't think it's show very well because of my lighting. Oh my god. Yeah, let me see. I could get the picture of the band at least. But yeah, this is. Yeah, there's no picture of the band, so that sucks. But yeah, okay. Oh well. Yeah, that's not gonna show up well in the video. That's a shame. Okay, so songs in this one. Words that I can't pronounce. Okay, Red Soul, Soil's pretty good. Stuckman, Glass Skin, one a good song. Dolls in Green, pretty good. Well, that song is really good. Bugaboo. Oh, the first two, Sabre and Finn Zika. Those songs are masterpiece. And other songs I can't pronounce. There's some really good songs. I highly encourage you guys to listen to this one. Speaking of Duran Gray, we got another one. This one's on film. I want to keep the film on here, so because the packaging in this album is actually a good one. It's Duran Gray Macabre. Oh my god, it's so good. This album is really packaged. I love this album's packaging. I know I say that with Vulgar, but I think this one's a lot better. This one is a lot more premium. But yeah, this is more of their grungiest, I would say. Um, I think their first album was more of a popish type of thing. But wow. Can you make the band out right there? This is probably at their most visual K-ish. Kiss Rose probably at the visual K-ish too. But yeah, this al- this album is also not my favorite. Has some one songs I actually do love. There's a song in here called Barry. I love listening to every single time I hear "I'm sorry, I didn't mean it." You know what? You know the stereo is gonna be at level 10. They need a great song. Wake. I say Wake is probably the most the most Nirvana-ish song I ever listened to them. Miyaku, also a track. God, some things I can't. Oh, Hydra. Yeah, Hydra is awesome. Why can't? It's hard because some of these are just in kanji, so I can't really read it really well. Q or cubes in here. Probably the only songs I do care about from this album. There's other songs, but like I said, it's so I can't. Some of them not jogging my memory because they're. I'm not gonna try and pronounce some of these stuff because not only that they're in a language that I don't really speak, they don't. Some they're ever even in English. This song right here, probably the most rockabilly ish type of song. I hope I'm not skipping pages on the camera. Because it's a shame because there's a lot to look at this book. There is it's a girl-free book. But yeah, amazing album. Look at that book. You don't see that nowadays anymore. This is a shame. But people rather listen to it digitally because it's cheaper. It's cheaper to go on YouTube or Spotify. To spend like $8 a month on Spotify, then go out and spend like $15 on the CD and get that in the seal. And then we got two more albums. You guys can make fun of me of this one, Staying Dysfunction. This album to me is nostalgic. My mom had it, my uncle had it, a cousin had it. I think my uncle had it. No, I don't think so. Um, but one thing I always remember from this book, from this album, how the book smelled. The biscuit, little page had that same scent. I don't know why it even smells like that. But to me, when I smell it, it just brings me up to that time period when I was like 5 years old. And then looking at this. But yeah, it's probably staying at their best. Sadly, the band went downhill after this album. I say Tormented, the album that came out this, their debut, that has limited release, was probably a good one too, but this one, Suffering, Just Go, Me, Raw, or Raw, not Raw. Smudge Shovel Home, A Flat, Crawl, Spleen, that's literally all their, yeah, this is not a huge album, but probably the only state of the album that actually matters. I know some people might think, hey, Break the Cycle has some good songs in there. Yeah, Break the Cycle has some good songs. But yeah, Stain went downhill after that. Then and the band that did it went downhill. System of a Down. I'm not sure if I ever talked about this one, but I would talk about it anyways if I didn't, because it's System of a Down. If I didn't too, I gotta do it. Make sure. Gotta get all chickens. Got everything in line. Get my priorities straight. System of a Down. Most people might argue they're not a new metal band. I said, yes, they are. Come on, like, you might think, oh, what's this in down? They get just lumped in with the new metal because that's what's going on. That was big at the time. Come on, listen to Sugar and tell me that's not a new metal song. That has some new metal signatures in there and all that stuff. But yeah, this is a really good album, and this is probably my favorite System of a Down album. I know a lot of people love Toxicity, but I love Toxicity too. But I think I love this one better. So Supi, no Sugar suggestions, Subhyder. I mean, should I even list the songs, or should you guys just listen to this album already? And because once you listen to it, you'll be hooked. I mean, if you guys haven't listened to it, come on now. It's a big album from 1998, and you still haven't listened to it. Go on, do it. All right, so that's all the albums for right now. Once my car gets fixed, I'm gonna finish it off. The rest of the albums that's supposed to be coming in the mail, and probably buy probably at least 4 more albums before I do another video. But like I said, these videos are pretty much for me, so I could document my CD collection. But I hope you guys have a good one, and see ya. Bye.